Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the customized Rogue Soldier mod, which is being released by user MyCart. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is some seriously impressive sci-fi themed armor for you to wear. And I think actually does fit in quite nicely to the Commonwealth if you're playing as the Institute or the Brotherhood, considering the very techie sci-fi nature of this stuff. But all in all, it is impressive whether you're wearing it with those factions or not, as it just looks oh so good, and you have a fair number of options. Now, actual armor piece-wise, you really only have one option for the main body, the gloves, and this back bag that you got back here. But for the headgear, well, oh, you've got a lot of things to choose from. Whether you want to go a bit more modernish with a balaclava or baseball hat, or want to go more hard sci-fi with these amazing helmets. I really love these things. And especially if you want to go super hardcore sci-fi, I mean, just look at that thing. It's amazing. Though personally, I think this one right here is my favorite. A bit more understated, but I do love the antennae on the back there. A very cool piece of headgear. But yeah, you've got a fair number of options here, so let's start by taking a look first at the body armor, which is the Executioner armor, which will give you a pretty decent amount of armor with a damage resistance of 75 physical, 15 energy, and 15 radiation, as well as giving you a +1 to charisma and luck for just a mere weight of 2. And you'll actually see a theme with that across all these pieces. They're all very lightweight. We then have the back bags, which will provide you with 10 physical resist, 5 energy, and 5 radiation for, again, a mere 2 weight. We then have the first piece of the headgear, the Executioner Balaclava, which will provide you with 5 physical, 5 energy, and 5 radiation resist, with that +1 to charisma and luck, and again, 2 weight. Now, with the cap, you're going to start seeing a theme for the headgear, where once more we have 5 physical resist, 5 energy resist, 5 radiation, that +1 to charisma and luck for a weight of 2. And moving on to the next piece of headgear, the glasses, with again 5 physical resist, 5 energy, 5 radiation, +1 to charisma and luck, and a weight of 2. Now we're going to switch it up a little bit with the Executioner gloves with 10 physical resist, 5 energy, 5 radiation, +1 to charisma and luck, and again a weight of 2. But then we return back to the same stats for the Executioner headgear of 5 physical, 5 energy, 5 radiation, +1 to charisma and luck, and a weight of 2. Now, that trend continues with the rest of the helmets, with Executioner helmet number 1, again having 5 physical, 5 energy, 5 radiation resist, the +1 to charisma and luck, and a weight of 2. The Executioner helmet number 2 then also giving you 5 physical, 5 energy, 5 radiation resist, +1 to charisma and luck for a weight of 2. Then for the helmet 3, it continues on with 5 physical, 5 energy, 5 radiation resist, +1 to charisma and luck, and a weight of 2. And finally, for the Executioner helmet number 4, oh, finally, you also have 5 physical, 5 energy, 5 radiation, +1 to charisma and luck, and a weight of 2. So a lot of copy and pasting between a lot of this armor, but for good reason in this one, as the main pieces of armor you're always going to be using here, the Executioner armor, the back bags, and the gloves, those have a bit more unique of stats between them. But all of the headgear is that copy and pasted numbers, because you really only get to have one of them, and they're all going to have that same protection. Now that being said, technically you get 2. The glasses can be worn with any of them, whether it be the Executioner cap or the headgear or helmet 1, 2, 3, 4, the glasses will always stay on you, which is pretty cool. You won't see them with the helmets, but with the headgear, cap, or balaclava, you can choose to be wearing it with or without glasses to have your own look, and of course provide you with a little bit of extra defense, which once we get into the modifications, oh, that comes into play quite a bit then, and is wonderful. Now, here's the thing though, besides your just amazing array of different pieces of headgear, you can actually change the color of the main body of armor. Now, it is only the armor, the gloves, and the back bag that you can change the color of, but you get quite a few options with a set of 8 different colors for you to choose from, and they are all exquisite. I really do love how each of them turned out, and you know, you go from your pretty typical sort of camos to more of a snowy or urban, and even on to some more colorful options. These two at the end, set 7 and set 8, are probably my favorite. But just to give you a quick idea of these, this is the standard set 1. This is then set 2 right here with a little bit more of browns. We then have the more snow camo with the set 3, desert with the set 4, a different kind of forest with the set 5, set 6 with, I'd say, the more urban camo with the mostly black, then set 7 with autumnal camo, perhaps, and set 8, I have no idea what this one's for with the blues, but I love it. These two, again, they're the most colorful, and so I think I like them the most. But yeah, so very cool to have those options there. Now, as for how you get your hands on this glorious armor, well, it's quite simple. You just need to go to any chemistry station in the world where you'll have the new BZW Executioner category, and you can build each of the individual pieces of armor for just 2 cloth. It's that simple. Now, the mod makers have said that they may change that in the future, but probably not. So it's most likely always going to be just 2 cloth, which may seem a bit awkward for some of the more technological helmets. But honestly, for most of it, I think it fits nicely. Granted, glasses, maybe make those out of glass or something, I don't know. But hey, oh well, 2 cloth, it's still at least requiring you to make something. But that also does mean this is a pretty easily obtained early game set of armor, which is fairly impressive, especially when you consider the sort of modifications that you can put on these things. Now, for the Executioner armor, the back bags, and the gloves, those are the only ones, as I mentioned, that have the different color sets. But each of the pieces of armor and headgear, etc., will also still give you that miscellaneous category where you can do the typical things like padded, and pocketed, there's words, and the various linings. Really don't know where my brain just went a few seconds ago. Well, there we go. As well as, of course, ballistic weave, so you can add a whole heck of a lot more armor to each of these pieces, which is pretty cool and becomes a bit more interesting protection-wise when you do go to the glasses, because they have the same things. You can make some pocketed glasses if you want with Mark V ballistic weave, and considering you can wear these in conjunction with any of the pieces of headgear, that adds a whole lot of additional protection there for a very simple piece, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, again, for the armor, the backbags, and the gloves, we then also get the color sets, where we have set 1 through 8 for you to choose from, and of course, mix and match as you desire. But all in all, it is a very cool set of armor. I really love all of these things, but I especially do love the different sci-fi helmets. If you are a member of the Institute or the Brotherhood, these things just make sense and would be very cool to kit out you and your companions with to roll around the Commonwealth as some sort of sci-fi hit squad or whatever you're going for. I mean, it's Fallout, you're probably going to end up going that route. But yes, it's just a fun little mod with some very cool armor, some nice different color options for you to choose from, and just has a very cool look. So if you'd like to have a look at this mod for yourself, which I would certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that is going to be it for today, my friends. I hope you all have enjoyed and that you do come back for the next win. Hopefully, we'll be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching. And as always, have a good one.